What's up, everybody? Yeah, we are live. Hello, hello, hello. This is a new show on Indie Vote, as if we didn't have enough. As if we didn't have enough shows. I don't recall who pitched it to me first, if whether it was Eric, Dreaded Dinosaur there, or if it was Josh. But one of them pitched the show to me, and I Columbus the shit out of it. So I'm how's it feel? I'm colonizing your show. It's mine. I thought about it. I created. We're gonna have a lot of fun. What we're gonna do tonight is we're going to draw here on the Art of War, and you guys watching are gonna select a winner. Come on, these talented artists. We do have some people running late. There's one of them now. There he is, Mr. Josh Lyman. I'm gonna hit the intro, which is done. The intro was done today. Was actually given to me today by Mr. Eric Hodson, which will not weigh on his chances to win at all. I promise you, it will not weigh on his chances to win. So here we go. We're gonna roll the intro, and I'm gonna come back and get you guys the prompt, and you guys can get the drawing, and then tell everybody about yourselves. All right, here we go. Here's the intro. Everybody, hold tight. Look out! Should have asked any of our vets if that was going to be a problem. I should have really asked about that. Like, yeah, maybe that's not the best image to put up there. So, guys, thank you for joining us. We are going to start drawing. Glenn Ford says, "Sup, everyone." And Marv Artwork says, "Hello, everybody." Hello, Marv. It's great to be here tonight. Got a very talented cast tonight. Challengers. Welcome to the Battle Dome, or the Thunderdome. I've never seen that movie, I'll admit.
What? Really?
Yeah. So we got Dreaded Dinosaur. We'll go clockwise. You guys introduce yourselves.
Dreaded Dinosaur. My name is Eric Hudson. I'm the Dreaded Dinosaur, and I show up to these drawing things, and I usually walk away the winner. So we'll see if it happens again. You can read the Dreaded Dinosaur Man on Webtoon. And you can see all my artworks at erichodson.com and follow me at Dreaded Dinosaur on all the social medias.
Cool. Dave the Supreme.
Dave Brown here, aka Dave the Supreme. I'm the creator of the Brown family. I do all kinds of artwork for cartoons, stuff like that. That's me. That's me.
He's quarantined. He's not all there. He's just happy to be talking to people.
Show that. I've been here for quite a while.
And of course,
but you can find me on social media stuff on Dave the Supreme, Instagram, and Facebook.
Cool. And we have Matthew, who I've known for years and years. He just keeps getting better looking with age. I don't get it. I don't know what the guy's secret is. He's actually the most well kept of anybody. I think he knows a secret. The waves are still popping in quarantine. That's not supposed to happen. Yeah. Me and Dave looking real bad, and you still fully shaved. What's going on, man?
Yeah, I still got the Norman Osborn drip. That's going. So,
rocking it.
So I got
got that barber on the side.
But you want me to just go ahead? I got some weird feedback coming in and out, so I'll probably end up having to run and get my headphones, so I can really hear all the compliments you just laid on me. But my name's Matt. I go by MScript Arts on Instagram. That's pretty much where I'm all the time. Got Comic Book Doris, book 1 and 2 available on my website, mscriptarts.com. Working on book 3 now. Book 3 should be done. If we get out of the house pretty soon here, it'll be done before I have to go back to work. So looking forward to wrapping it up soon.
Cool. And Mr. Velasco, who's in the
Hi. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, there she is. Hello, Miss Velasco.
Yeah.
Miss Emily Velasco, the only female on the panel tonight, but she's probably gonna kill everybody actually. Emily, tell everyone where they can find you and who you are.
I'm Emily Zelasco. You can find everything if you can see that. EmilyZelascoArt.com and my website, or the same on Instagram and Facebook, and Emily Zelasco on Twitter.
Mm-hmm. Excellent.
So I do.
And you are available for commissions as well. So everybody here is pretty much available for commissions, except for me tonight. Oh, I'm the host. And then we got Mr. Josh Lyman joining us from Texas. How's it going, Josh?
Hello, everyone. Slightly different angle. I'm trying to discover why technology is not working the way it should be working. I'm using something a little bit different than what I normally use. But hello.
Hello. And where can they find you? At Art of Josh Lyman? Or
Yes,
Josh
you can
Lyman?
find me at Art of Josh Lyman and Instagram. Oh, my goodness. I hate technology sometimes.
All right, guys.
Disconnect already.
So now that you guys are all here, I can tell you tonight's prompt. Now, I want to let you guys know what you're playing for. You are playing for Amazon gift card, $25 Amazon gift card, as well as 25, actually, I think it's 30 Aeon
There
art,
we go.
11 by 17 Aeon art boards. You guys are playing for will be sent out to you immediately upon winning. If you win that. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to give you guys a challenge right now. And the challenge is, we're selected randomly today. So tonight's theme is, you guys know that Todd McFarlane launched his campaign.
Mm-hmm.
Spawn, he's about to break $1 million on those damn toys. I'm jealous, very jealous. So today is Spawn versus your character. Any of your original characters. If you don't have an original character, you can just make one up. And there we go. So Spawn versus your original character.
So I was
Here, let me.
so
Hey, I'm gonna leave and come back, see if it fixes it, because like I got some really weird feedback. So
I had to reconnect everything off to different systems here. So how do I get it to do my screen and not me?
I'm right back.
Okay.
Down the bottom screen.
What's the time
I
limit?
got screen share on.
Okay, so you click share screen.
Yeah. But I want to have that instead of me.
Yeah.
So hold on. Because you want to
click that blue share screen button and you just pick the monitor.
well he could hit Cam Mike and flip his camera around towards his art.
Well, I was planning on working digital today. I was under the assumption we were all working digital.
Yeah, some people are working digital, some are working traditional.
Is anybody working digital? Because I can switch to traditional. I'll just need to come back.
Eric, you're doing it.
I'm doing digital.
Yeah.
Okay.
Eric, are you doing digital?
I set up for traditional today, so.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's up to you guys.
Next time, make it specific.
Yeah. I tried to give you artist choice. My goodness.
All right. Well, give me a second. I need my burrito.
Okay.
You guys.
You said Spawn against your original character, right?
Yeah. Any character you like. Any character of yours.
Against or with?
Against.
Fighting.
Yeah.
Let's fighting, love.
I'm glad I'm not doing this. Oh, thank goodness. You know.
Weasel.
All right. Hopefully we got several people viewing, and so we get started right away.
Yeah, go ahead. You guys are ready.
Okay.
Go right ahead.
You got a time limit?
One-handed artist thing. I'm assuming it's an hour minimum.
Yeah. I'm not gonna keep you guys that long. You know, we'll pick on you all. I'll pick on everybody. Josh, you want me to get rid of your screen? You shared a.
Yeah, I got my screen up. That's what I'm trying to.
Okay.
I figured that was something as far as like hosting wise that you can like hide.
Variant has to activate it.
Yeah, I mean, I can put it up, but the problem if I put it up, then I can't see everybody else's.
Yeah, that's probably.
We all go to the small thing unless he changes his camera to that.
That's the thing is I tried switching it and it doesn't give me that option. It gives me front mic and rear mic. Like it gives me front and back. That's it.
Did you answer that link on your tablet there?
Yeah.
Huh, that's weird.
Mm.
Because you know what? It's yeah. Because it should be application settings. I'm going to look into that. Shadow 027 said, I am still available for commissions. Marv says, great challenge. And Shadow says, Josh Lyman should draw blind. I agree.
Yeah, so nobody can see what I'm working on, just see my giant forehead.
Alternate between the artists so we can see their screen full view for a few minutes. Yeah, I will. And then we'll let those artists talk while they're doing it as well. I see you guys. Now, when I said spawn, did anybody have to go get reference material? Emily?
No, I'm set. I'm good to go. As far as that's
I'll need reference. I know who he is, but I'll need a refresher.
Okay, let's see.
Marv says it's 2:13 a.m. in Portugal, so I don't know if I can see the show to the end. And you can always watch it, later on. I know you're in Portugal, which is I'm always amazed about how far off the time difference is.
I'm gonna come back out. Give me a second.
Okay, we'll be here. We ain't going anywhere. I'm dropping people like flies. They're afraid of the mighty power of Art of War. I can see that Dave is concentrating very hard on that. Now, is that an iPad you use?
Yeah, this is an iPad.
I'm an Android man. So you got the Disney Infinity figures up there on your desk like I do. Since they're worthless now, we can't do anything else with them.
You damn right. Yeah, I'll be damn if I get rid of them. I'm not getting rid of them now.
Yeah. And we got Eric lightly drawing, setting up his piece. Marv said, let's have fun. I'm drawing too. Marv, what are you drawing? Are you going to draw this? If you're going to join in the challenge, and you can at home. You just add it to Indie Vault on Twitter and, hashtag Art of War.
All right, let's give this a go.
Yeah.
Testing.
Yeah, we hear you.
I have no sound. This is annoying.
We hear you just fine.
He's bring up the screen 3.
I told you already.
It's probably because I'm freaking out.
All right, good enough.
We've lost.
Awesome. Okay. All right. New. Let's go with 8x10. That'll work.
8x10. Much faster than me.
Save.
So what type of tablet is that, Josh?
This is a Surface Pro.
Okay.
Mr. Eric Hodson and I both purchased these at the same time, and I'm the only one who committed to keeping it. Mini Soundwave, etc. has been saved. Yes. Ignore all the other random art that I'm currently still trying to set up and fix for prints in the fantasy world where prints and things will still be needed. Okay, let's see. We don't need you either. Save. Yes, we'll save you for now. We'll deal with you later. You know, it's great when you have everything named the same naming convention. Comics 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20.
Oh, yeah, then you know exactly which one it isn't.
Exactly. Especially when Bridge isn't working. It's the best thing ever. It really is. So
now,
funny enough. Go ahead, dude.
So which I guess I'll go around. Emily, how are you both drawing digital? Like, what made you decide to draw digital versus or the traditional versus digital tonight?
Today? Mostly because I wasn't sure what was going to happen.
Okay.
But it's I've been drawing every day on a paper and pencil like this, and it's been fun. And also, I guess with the drawing competition, it'll kind of like force me to commit to my lines instead of constantly
Yeah.
adjusting maybe. So, and I won't feel so bad if it comes out wonky because it's on the paper.
Mhm.
You can blame it on the paper.
And Dave, you're lazy. You moved over to digital a long time ago. I don't think you've even touched a piece of paper. But you are saving trees. You are saving trees.
Thank you.
Except for all the money you spent for these arcade machines. That was made out of paper. So,
Thank you again.
yeah.
Yeah, the amount of pulp in that fiberboard. Whew.
Yeah. Why digital for you, sir?
I could not afford to pay anybody to do my comic that I wanted,
Mhm.
and I said I gotta learn. So I stopped playing around, got me a Cintiq, and got to work pretty much working on the stuff. And
Antique.
then I said I wanted to take it on the move because I always have my sketchbook. I always got my sketchbooks, my pencils. I was like, kind of want to, take that down a little bit.
Mhm.
And then I got me an iPad and been that way ever since.
Cool. Eric, what's the
Yes,
problem?
sir.
Why? Well, now why'd you choose traditional tonight?
Well, I got this brand new drawing table, and I was really itching to give it a go. So, yeah, I put it together. I filmed the catastrophe of putting it together. That'll be an unboxing video on my channel later on this month when I get it edited together.
Mhm.
But yeah, this is supposed to be a standing desk, and it kind of is a standing desk. However, you got to go underneath of it and turn these knobs and take the screws out, lift it up, put the screws back in. And the top's pretty heavy, so it's a two-man job just to adjust it. So I'm planning a future project where I'm going to put some linear actuators on the legs and make it a real standing desk.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that.
I have a question. You still got to put it on the risers. You're not the shortest man, so even
No.
at a standing table,
Plus, the thing is, like, this is one notch from the tallest as it is, and so right now it's where it's just a bit too tall for me to sit at and too short for me to stand at. So I'm looking forward to the project of putting some linear actuators on the legs, because I'm going to get the 12-inch ones. That way I'll be able to raise and lower this thing to the optimum height whenever I want.
Being short myself, I've put legs on my art table, 6-inch extensions, and I like sitting up high. But I realized my back was hurting a lot when I would draw. After like an hour and a half, I'm like, okay, I gotta stop. So I took the extensions off and dropped the art table down, dropped my chair down, and now no back pain. It's very weird. It's
Yeah,
weird.
posture is everything.
And then, does anybody else do this too? When ink, you still digital ink, but when inking traditionally, does anybody else damn near kill themselves by holding their breath?
Oh yeah.
Occasionally.
Yeah. And then after I finish the line, Marv says, I'm inking my comic, The Sin Killer. I'm behind my schedule, and I didn't know that I was able to join you. Thanks for an invitation. I hope next time. Yeah, Marv, you're always welcome to join. Shoot me a message on Facebook. You can find me at Varying Grant, or send me a message on Indie Vault, and we'll definitely get you here. We're going to try to do the show, if not every Friday, every other Friday, as long as people keep passing me gifties to give away. Which is fun because I like giving stuff away, especially something I don't want. I'm just kidding.
It might be kind of cool to reach out to some of the restaurants and get some restaurant gift cards.
Yeah.
Get some Grubhub.
Yeah, something like
that. We're gonna send you $20 for Grubhub food. How's that? $20.
Yeah. $20 is $20.
And get one sandwich delivered.
It's an age-old proverb.
Dave is already rolling his eyes. $20 ain't doing nothing in his household.
Hey man, you get a discounted meal. I've been there, trust me. I'm gonna say, I was like, you guys can talk, but this is my dinner tonight. So, 2 burritos.
Dave's got 4 kids. The $20 to be delivery. He's still, oh man, Dave, I grew up an only child, and
what's that like?
Right. What's that like?
Oh no, I only have to have one room. Oh man, I have the backseat all to myself. Yeah.
Well, it was weird because my father had other kids, but they were all older than me. So I grew up an only child, but with siblings, an only child in the house. So yeah, man, I totally shit. Like I got it so much. I remember my father bringing home some toy cars, remote control cars, and he said, "Pick one," and I said, "I want them all." And after a long, lengthy talk, I finally decided to pick one. So yeah. The problem is they were all some version of red. Red's my favorite color. Come on. I mean, it's not my fault. Let's see here.
Speaking of picking one, did you pick a Thermaltake computer case yet?
Hey, I got two. I'm still I got to. One is a glassy. It's made much like my art. You see my living room and where I got all my stuff set up.
I've seen how you live.
Yeah, it's got glass and all this stuff. So
what's that supposed to mean?
So I thought that was cool, but it's open, and I'm like, man, is that going to collect dust? Maybe I don't want to do this. And then there's another one that looks like it looks like Norman Osborn's transformation chamber from the first Spider-Man movie. But the problem with that one is it's gonna need what is it, Etacool or something like that, the fluid that I'm gonna have to go buy. And I'm like, it's really hard to get stuff because freaking Best Buy is curbside only.
Yeah, but Best Buy just sells crap anyway. You want to go with like Newegg or something.
Yeah.
Or Micro Center.
Micro Center, definitely.
Yeah, don't go next door to Nevatech. I shouldn't say that. We lost Nevatech as a sponsor. No, they're nice. They're nice. They just tend to have used items for top dollar. Like, no, computers only from 1997, but you hurry up. $300. They work good for you. Invoicing, I see. Zooming in.
Sorry, man, I gotta pay for this food I just bought. I'm like, starving artist, hell yeah.
I see Dinosaur Man's mouth is open.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, I gotta actually like go in and see what you guys are working on through my phone. And be like, what's going on? All right, so cover.
I'm bringing them up. It looks like Emily's is taking shape real quick. Oh yeah, I see Spawn. I see him. Emily is right-handed.
Sorry?
They're right-handed.
Oh, man bun. Oh, right-handed. Yes.
Right-handed. Any lefties in here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, how's it going?
Yeah. I'm sorry. I know my son's left-handed, and it was really funny because when he was little, they told me, they said, we got a problem. We want to put him in physical therapy because he's not using his right hand at all.
Wow.
And I'm like, physical therapy? And I'm like, oh, this is serious. And I'm like, well, is there a chance he's a lefty? And they looked at me like they couldn't believe it. Like, no. So yeah, like,
good grief.
And he's a lefty. So what it basically means we can't sit next to each other and eat at all.
You can. You just learn how to keep your elbows in.
He doesn't. He's like a king. Arms out. Jason says, just dropped in to check this out. Good luck, artists. What is everyone drawing? Tonight's theme is Spawn versus an original character. So yeah,
the variant is live. I don't see the variant is live.
No. I want you to hear this live. I'm live.
I'm looking for it. I'm not seeing it.
Indie Volt.
Yeah, it could be on Indie. Want me to share it with you?
Yeah, hold on. I'm going to try it on your page. See it again. See, there we go. Okay. Share to my... Why won't you let me? Oh, look, WeDrawn. Okay, I apologize for the technical difficulties. I had a live sale just before I did the show, and so I'm still playing catch up from that.
I see that you have Dos Equis and Mountain Dew.
No, sir. I have Dos Equis and NOS. Because
green. Okay.
I am a caffeine addict, and I will thoroughly admit that I cannot suffer a Mountain Dew's sugar. Okay.
Sometimes.
Indie Volt, it's the battle. Look at that fancy little gunner. Oh, wow. And timing's actually really good. I try to be healthy. This is true. But every once in a while, I am, a conundrum. Look, beer, energy drink, burrito. And I didn't eat all day, so.
Now,
okay.
Dave, I see the arcade machine is back there playing. So, have you beat it yet? Have you beat the game yet? How many times have you beat it?
Oh yeah.
How's that look?
I have
That was good.
no idea, to be honest. A lot.
Have the boys played it?
Yeah, yes. I have to go by their own. Because technically it's my man cave, so I just really like looking at it, really. Yeah. I played a lot when I first got it. But then they was like, Dad, can I go in there and play on it? I was like, yeah, but then they started beating the hell out them damn joysticks. Like, all right, y'all need your own now. I can't play on the mouse.
Mm-hmm. Jason says, I will hopefully be joining in the drawing challenge next week. Please do, Jason. I believe I have you scheduled. So, yeah, we'll get you in here. And I don't know what next week's prizes are, but I'm pretty sure.
It's a pat on the back.
Yeah. Next week's pat. Yeah. It'll be maybe we'll get a backpack and make it some guy named Pat.
You could start giving away some of your mom's knickknacks.
Yeah.
Imagine.
Yeah, like it is. Anybody wants an angel statue? We're gonna get rid of that.
Like Angel from Buffy? I'm confused.
No, like religious, like angel statues. How about this Jesus money blessing candle? How about that? There you go.
I wouldn't call that a statue. I would call that that'd be an HEB standard, sir.
Yeah, I got some,
we have an entire subsection of our grocery store that is still those candles.
I've got some. I have some.
I have one of your gnomes in my room. It's one of my favorite things.
Yeah.
The drunk gnome.
The gnome. Yeah.
The gnome-mobile, riding along in the gnome-mobile.
Yeah, little gnome or Tipsy. That my mother sold all those together. She, a little mascot Tipsy. It looks like Matthew's popping back in. His camera took a crap on him, but now he's back.
Yes.
We've all been dealing with technology terribly.
Yeah.
Yes, that was interesting. And then I tried to do it from my computer, and then my computer said, "No, we're not doing that." So,
I'm kind of kicking myself because I didn't think about this. I could just load up OBS and then try and see if I can load through that.
You could. That's what Eric's doing.
As long as you've got the OBS virtual cam plugin, yeah, it works just fine.
Well, of course, there has to be some plug-in to it. Why am I not surprised?
Right.
Robert Nick says, this is a great idea. Robert, yeah, we got to get you on the show next week. If you're available, we'd love to have you on. Marv says, I have an angel statue drawing. And Levi Craig says, I love your singing voice, Josh.
Oh, well, thank you, Levi. I appreciate that.
Levi.
It's amazing what you can do when you have a good microphone.
Levi is someone we need to get on a challenge.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Hello, everybody. This is Levi.
Now,
what are we drawing?
So, Matt, it is Spawn versus your original character.
Spawn?
Yep.
Versus my
Yes.
character.
So, lots of cape, lots of chain, all of that super fun stuff.
All right. Okay. All right, cool.
He's like, okay, I'm out.
Yeah, man, I'm having a lot of technical difficulties right now. Hit me back later.
All right, so here we go. Okay. How do I do it?
Let's see. Looks like inking is taking place on Emily's. Inking is taking
Already? Good God.
Yeah. She's got dark pencil lines there.
You're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me.
And I also want to, I know you guys on Indie Radio can't see this, but so we had Emily Zelasco, Matthew Thornton, Josh Lyman, Dave Brown, also known as Data Supreme, and Eric Hodson, Dreaded Dinosaur, and they're all doing a drawing challenge. They are competing for a prize, a $25 Amazon gift card, as well as a pack of Eon art boards, which they will be mailed in the mail as soon as they are declared the winner of tonight's challenge. So yeah, this is fun stuff. And I'm going to go around. I'm going to let everybody tell me a little bit about the character they're drawing. Spawn fighting. We all know about Spawn. He's got $1 million toy coming out. And so we'll.
Does it already hit $1 million?
I'm pretty sure if he hasn't, he should be around there. He's like $5 short. Yeah.
Man, I got like $5.
Yeah.
Man, this was an all or nothing campaign. I'm $5 short.
Yeah. All right. So Eric, what are you doing? I see Spawn and I see Dinosaur Man. Is that correct?
That is correct. You're the Dinosaur Man who has a webtoon on the webtoon app, and get that on your phone or your tablet, or just look at it on your browser. Read the first 2 chapters. Look forward to some new ones, and I have a book that I'm working on, an actual comic book, which will be debuting on Indiegogo here in the fall.
And Dinosaur Man, is he winning the fight or is he losing? Is it what's going on?
This is like a mid-battle type thing. They're still feeling each other out.
I should let you guys know that I did not let Eric know what we're facing. What we were the challenge was tonight. He did offer to pay me to find out, but I wouldn't. I'm a good guy. Anyway, Dave Brown, hold your drawing up, sir. People can't see.
All right.
It's his character. And Spawn, tell us about your character.
My character is pretty much based off me. More of a the comic book is based off pretty much a punk samurai kind of hip hop kind of way. Something new that I'm working on.
He won't tell us much. I see. He knows I'll steal his idea. But here's the thing. If I steal your idea, it'll be safe if I have to draw it. It'll be safe. Because I'm sure.
Well, man, all my characters is me, so I mean, I always rock my my red cap, so
Mighty Max did too. Is your cap like Mighty Max's? You know, Mighty Max had that cool cap that would just go everywhere. No, Mighty Max is awesome, man.
Mighty Max was the stuff.
No, I don't like his toys. I don't like his toys at all. I'm not paying that much money for. No, I refuse.
No.
Emily, I see
Spot,
and is he facing the rabbit?
Yeah.
Tell us about,
I thought it'd be the most unlikely fit.
Mm-hmm.
It's his name is Man Bun, and he doesn't have any books yet, though I have one written. Mm-hmm. And but he's like a mascot of mine, so he's on like my business card and on some merch that I make. So I draw a lot of business animals, and he kind of started all that.
That looks cool, and it looks like they're getting ready to match. They're getting ready to clash too.
Mm-hmm.
And then Josh.
Oh boy, let's see how well this translates. So, go ahead and darken up that background. I tried lightening it so it'd be easier to see stuff for you guys. I typically work with a darker tone. But I am throwing in my character Gix, which literally nobody here has ever seen.
Ooh.
Way back in the heyday, I had probably around 3 or 4 characters that I did indie comics on DeviantArt, the good old DeviantArt, and other things. And I had Gix and Clayman, and I had some other characters I hadn't fully transitioned all the way through. But he's just a fun kind of reptilian rabbit, I guess. Playing a little bit with the general concept of some green Bucky O'Hare with some, Mr. Mixius Pillix kind of deal, storyline going on. But yeah, so next time we do one of these, I'll probably figure out a way to rock it out so we can just see screen time, because that's really what I had intended.
Looks fine. And then we're gonna move down to Matthew, who just started, but he's catching up. Wow, he's already got the torso going. This man is.
Oh, I got a full body torso line.
Yeah.
And Matt is. Am I safe to assume that he'll be facing Doris?
Yep, I'm gonna face Doris. I don't know. I was gonna kind of do like a floating kind of thing, and them kind of in the air, but I'm like, let me just do them kind of like standing toe to toe with one another. So, can you guys see that? I know I'm left-handed; it's kind of blocking it. But,
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I had to move my camera over so you guys could see it. If I don't hear you or I blank on a question that you asked, just talk it up to me not being able to hear you very well. So I'm sorry.
I'll message you on Facebook if that happens. I'm talking to you and you're not responding.
That's pretty much what's going on right now.
Jason says Spawn is not an easy character. LOL.
That is very true. I was like, yeah, because I love drawing a bunch of chains, and I love drawing lots of cape, and I really love drawing skulls, and you're about to learn this magic tool in Clip Studio called the chain link brush.
And Marv said Spawn will have his ass kicked. Shadow Zero said Josh had a secret identity and a full list of characters in a past life. And of course, this hello.
No, I'm just that horrible person that everybody assumes is just a fan art guy, and I just let them run their mouth, and then I can just show them. It's more fun. It's more fun that way. And be like, yeah, I'm gonna let you talk. Go ahead.
I just
secret identity of pettiness.
Yeah, I just put pencils in their hand when I get up. Oh, I'm sorry. Did that pencil go over your hand? My bad.
See, there's a difference between violence and pettiness.
No.
My vindictiveness is just wordy.
Someone to tell my ex-girlfriend that.
That's a dangerous slope, sir. Wise man once said, "You can draw, but don't bring exes into it."
So you guys are all
just be blown up on the chat about everybody's bad experiences with their exes. This one time, she set my studio on fire. I haven't even had a dose of keys yet.
Are you guys? Does anybody want Comic-Cons back? Like now? Anybody?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
So I think one of the things that a lot of people don't really touch on with Comic-Cons is some of the weird benefits. Like, we don't really think about it a lot. So, like, out of the group here, there's about 3 of us who, travel around the country doing this. And I mean from, from Seattle to, Hawaii to Alaska to everything. No offense to anybody else. Yeah, and it's tons and tons of traveling. I've been everywhere, man. I think that's what he was trying to do.
Yeah.
I've been everywhere. I double as a singing career. That'll be my next thing. I'll just do TikTok.
Drop your damn album, get over with.
He's like, I listened to it when it came out back on, rocks and scratched needles spinning around.
Stop bad mouthing wax cylinders, man. Should be bad mouthing the wax cylinder again.
It's so much more fun that way, though.
And then,
my goodness.
Now,
But yeah, like just the travel and the food and little things, getting to see your fans. Like there's a huge group of my demographic that just for some reason just does not like social media, or doesn't like feeds, or doesn't like this, you know. And it's just interesting, you know, to see the who stays and who doesn't, which will be an interesting transition when we go to Comic-Cons again. You know, to see who decided to stay on and who decided to say, see ya.
I like the most of the energy around other people.
Yeah, that energy of being around others.
That energy is like no other to me.
It can be powerful, but at the same time, it can also be super draining.
I can see that.
At least from my perspective. Like sometimes there are just people that come to Comic-Con in a really terrible mood. And I've been that person occasionally, but like when you're sitting there and you have a little bit of a show persona, and it's not just, hey, the energy from, hey, I'm getting to see my friends and I'm getting to promote myself and show my art, it just wears you down so quickly. You get to the end of the day and you're like, what do you want? I want Taco Bell because screw this, I'm out.
I think that's the most fun part, pretty much, because when you go to the shows, you meet the most. I'm just talking about the creators. You meet the most realist people. Then you got the people that's the showmen. And it's just like you just said. Like sometimes the showmen they be like
Yeah, I mean sometimes people. Let's see here. Now, do you guys like the idea of not knowing the theme until I say go, or would you like a heads up?
I think it's a good idea with a timeline, but I'll be quick. If you let us know in advance, then we can just be like, hold on, let me do some layouts and research beforehand. It's more organic, at least. But
I like the surprise. The surprise is cool.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's got some flaws.
Yeah.
Little ones.
Therefore, it won't make it seem like we all is not perfect. Seeing our work like, damn, I missed something.
I tried. I went back and forth. Like I should tell everybody what the theme is versus I'll wait, and then watch people say I'm not doing that. Crazy, but it's funny because the themes came out of a hat this morning. I drew up some paper and.
He wrote Spawn 20 times, and then he wrote.
Right.
I just want to see everybody draw Spawn. He's that guy. You should totally draw this. If you did, I would totally buy it.
Yeah, I wrote Spawn. I wrote original character. I wrote
original character Spawn.
I wrote COVID. I wrote.
You wrote COVID. What the fuck, man?
Yeah. I could have said, hey, I could have said draw Spawn infected 19
wearing a mask. Hey, here's Spawn wearing a mask. Yeah. I know this is a little bit of a step from the character's design, but give it a shot. See what happens.
There was one, like I guess a big smasher. I know that's POG terms, but. It didn't come up, which was everyone would have had to have showed me their first comic cover they ever did and redraw it. And I'm glad that was
down for that.
Wow.
I would actually crush that because the first cover I did was garbage. But it was like the guy. I don't even know how this guy talked me into it. I did 8 pages and a cover. And it was like $110 or something, and he wanted the originals to it too, and a bunch of other stuff. And he had done some. I say this very, very condescendingly. Some stupid ass how to write comic book seminar.
A lot of
and the goal was by the professor, no less. He said, "Go and find." Just some random new artists and see how low you can get it. Because you're not getting paid for this and it's not going to be published aside from right here.
Wow.
So I have a little bit of saltiness still towards that story, but oh my goodness, I would crush it. I would destroy it. Oh my goodness.
We're taking a look at Matthew's artwork right now. Doris and Spawn. I see Spawn standing there. He's looking at Doris lovingly, but she doesn't like. She's ready to. She's not gonna give him a kiss at all. She's about to. I'm looking at your artwork.
Kind of deal.
Yeah.
No, there's no love here.
I literally haven't drawn this guy in, say, at least 5 years. It's kind of fun.
Todd McFarlane is going to see this later and say, "What the hell, guys?"
Look, man, we're trying to pull on some of that social media. You got the social distancing. You want to learn some social media today.
Yeah, he's gonna send everybody a artist spawn book is what's gonna happen.
Hi guys.
And let's take a look at Eric's Dinosaur Man pieces coming together. Eric, oddly enough, not applying the inks yet.
Yeah, I had to keep restarting the torso for Spawn because I kept hating it.
Ah.
I did the same thing with the legs earlier, if it's any consolation.
Rebel Comics and Gaming says, "Word, hello, Larry." Larry's busy shipping his books out. He recently closed his Niobe campaign, and he is shipping 150 packages off. He had more than 150, but he had 150 sent off the other day, and he was quite upset. But he is excited because he gets to go to the post office, and that's his big outing for the day right now. It's a big outing. So I have a question for everybody here, every artist here, and it comes from Indie Vote Radio, and it's a question that I've often thought, and I thought maybe I was a bit challenged because I can't do it. What is the idea that most artists can also sculpt with clay? We'll go with Eric first. Eric, sculpting, you been able to do it or no?
Oh yeah, absolutely. When I was doing my student teaching too, I had to learn a new way of doing it because I can't use my hands much anymore. So I was using my forearms to do like rolling out for pinch pots and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I used to really enjoy doing it, and now I do it digitally with ZBrush and Blender and all that. But it's something that if you're an artist of any caliber, any especially if you're drawing, you need to do some sculpting, even if it's just playing with some super sculpting at home, because it helps your brain think in 3 dimensions.
Mm-hmm.
And you really need that as a skill to get more life to your art.
Dave, you ever tried sculpting with clay?
Yes, it's one of my main things I took up in college. Actually, have I did it since? No, really. I've tried to. Actually, I tried doing the ZBrush thing, and I don't know why I just couldn't really get around.
Well, ZBrush has a very terrible interface.
Yeah. Okay.
Some people really enjoy it.
Yeah, that's what I was watching a lot of YouTube clips and everything. A lot of people enjoy it. Some people just can't. I was like, oh, I feel like I'm not the only one.
It's one of those programs where if you walk away from any amount of time, it's like, oh crap, I gotta relearn this all over again.
Yeah.
I tried clay, and I'll be honest, guys, it was not a good experience. Clay got everywhere. I did good, but I was really upset because there's another artist I know that he's really good with clay. In fact, I honestly think he's wasting his time drawing. He should be making clay figures, but the detail is astounding. I mean, he's just really good at it. Yeah. So, Emily, any clay modeling in your past or future?
Let's see. In regards to like 3D modeling on the computer, I can't stand that. In regards to like sculpting clay and stuff, I've goofed around with that, but I haven't done anything serious. It's actually on my to-do list, though, to do the human anatomy, like the bones and the muscles on a clay figure to help me understand that a little better. So, but I haven't really done any serious clay stuff.
I will tell you what I've learned is apparently you're not supposed to use the Walmart clay.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently, you're not supposed to use the Walmart clay.
I probably shouldn't have been that vocal about that. I apologize.
Yeah, I didn't know that. No one told me, and so I went and bought like $30 worth of Walmart clay and my little sculpty tools, and came home and I'm like, man, this isn't working. Yeah. Apparently, there's
Walmart sells everything.
yeah, but they sell the Walmart brand of clay that apparently is
Yeah.
it could have been left where it was at. Marv says, I would like to know your favorite comic. Mine is Savage Sword of Conan. Real quick, I know we left off on Josh and Matthew, but we'll get to you guys' history with sculpting. But everybody's favorite comic right now. What are you reading, Dreaded?
Mostly reading Alterna books right now.
Your favorite?
Well, my favorite was definitely. Well, actually, right now I've got the new issue of Midnight Mystery, and I'm really enjoying that.
you did, Matthew. You heard your name. You got a favorite comic that you're reading right now?
Me? Oh.
Not Matthew.
Oh, okay.
His internet is very slow. He's got the.
What's the question?
Do you have a comic you're reading right now? Your favorite comic?
Clippity clop. What? I got lost.
Yeah, his internet is it's really slow. It's a lady
It
there.
happens.
Oh.
That lady had to pull out. And she took his internet with her. Sugar his internet signal.
So someone's using the phone. Oh no.
Yeah. So what we left off? We left off on Dave. Favorite comic right now?
Actually, I'm kind of going back. Actually, I've been reading the Power Rangers and Ninja Turtles right about now.
Mm-hmm.
But I've been actually going back. Actually, I went back to start reading V for Vendetta.
Okay. I've been reading The Boys. It's actually pretty. It's starting to actually influence my book right now. It's weird, but I said it's weird when you're reading another book and it starts to actually influence yours, and like, oh, I want a scene like that, or I want that same hard edge. But I'm also a chronic biter. I'm taking this from that. There is, there's a clear line between homage and the stealing. I have a homage to Mike Turner and Jim Lee in one of my books, and people have yet to catch it, but we'll see if it comes up. Maybe I doesn't do it well. If they don't catch your homage, you didn't do it right. Emily, any books you're reading right now?
I've been working my way through Beast of Burden,
Mm-hmm.
so that's been fun.
Jill Thompson, legend.
Yeah.
And Josh, what are you reading?
Well, I just finished up rereading the four Sunstones. Stefan Stepchik just released that out on his Facebook for free to read, and I already had them, but I wanted to catch up and see what I had missed in the last issue as far as that. And then I've been reading these horrible things called novels. Connecticut Yankee, King Arthur's Court, and I'm finishing off some basically some Ray Bradbury works and some works based on Inspector Barnaby mysteries right now. Kind of running away from the visual medium, ironically, as I continue to work more. Like I need the visual to break.
Mm-hmm.
What was that? I'm sorry.
I said novels are good.
Novels are good. But people get weird about them sometimes. They're like, "How dare you! You've stolen my childhood and turned it into a page of text and taken everything."
Reading.
So I see Matthew somewhat back with his camera's back.
Yeah. Oh, my bad. Let me switch that around. See the top of my head.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it kicks me out again, then I'm fighting this fight. But
yeah, I get you.
He's forgotten what he started fighting for.
So what's your favorite comic right now you're reading, Matt?
Yeah, right now I'm basically into Bitterroot, really enjoying On the Stump. I like a lot of Image stuff, but I was kind of, with the current political climate, it was interesting to see how they were turning, politics into kind of like a UFC kind of deal. So I was kind of feeling that whole storyline. So yeah, that's what I was reading, and then the world came to a screeching halt, and now we're here.
Yeah. And have you done anything with clay modeling?
Sure, don't ask me about clay modeling.
Have you done anything with clay modeling?
Have I done anything with clay modeling? No. Well, in art school, yeah, but nothing. They're all into the ZBrush and the Maya stuff. So
yeah,
but nothing.
I gotcha. And Matt, if you do end up going off, try to keep working on it and add it to us, or you can send it to me on Facebook, and I'll put it up on the screen so they can still be judged by our watchers. Also, now Josh,
yes,
have you did any clay modeling?
Well, yes, I have.
Was it horrible?
No, actually, I did several stop motion projects when I was in school for 3D modeling and animation. I did a couple of series for a couple of local wine shops and things, as far as like figures, like cutesy little animals. With theirs, I had a series of dragons in pajamas. I did my own character sets, so I've had some experience with it.
Let's see, I again, it was the problem is I get mad because I look at the experts online, and this is a guy right now. Is it Dr. Garuda? Oh, he's badass, and it's like, man, I can't do that. I'll just watch him, and it's really actually kind of soothing to watch other people do it. As long as I don't have to. Kind of like drawing. That's what I'm doing here tonight. I'm just gonna.
You give up on our boy Steady Crafting?
No. He's he does the 3D printing. Now Emily made a comment. She says she doesn't like 3D print. Emily, explain yourself.
For 3D modeling.
3D modeling, yeah.
Yeah.
What's wrong with it?
I just well, okay, I don't mind watching it, like, in theaters and such. I don't like making it. I don't know. I like drawing. I like the pencil and the paper and the lines, and I don't know. It's different.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, it's a completely different process. The hardest thing is, well, if I can rant for just a second. All right. So I briefly mentioned a second ago my degree's in this bloody thing, and 3D modeling, and it was a focus in character construction, and it is radically not sketching it out on your page, and it is not taking a lump of clay and shaping it. Yes, there are programs like ZBrush and things like that which kind of emulate it, but they don't really do it effectively. And what a lot of people don't talk about is like, here's this awesomely rendered piece. Oh, I've got to take all of the polygons and triangles and shapes and everything about this. Your head's in frame, Eric. And I've got to, suddenly transform this into something that will actually move without crashing my computer. So there's all of these elements that you have to rely on that aren't you and aren't your hands, and they aren't, your voice. So I can definitely understand why anybody would be like, oh, screw this, I'm out. Because it is troublesome. During my final semester, we had a server farm that kept being promised to be working by the time, and I had all of my animations done, all the movements, all the renders, had all my camera angles. All I had to do was render it. I was promised that this thing was going to be up and running and working. And long story short, it crashed 2 days before our final. And we got told, well, you still have to rely on your own technology because this is like the real industry. You have to learn how to adapt to this kind of crap. when it happens. So I ended up staying up for like 4 days trying to get all my work done. Literally 4 days. It was probably just under 41 hours. Sorry, not 41 hours. Mal, we need to do math. 24 times 98, I want to say. It was like 92 or something like that. I was, back then, Amp was really popular as far as a drink was concerned. I was drinking nothing but Amps and Mountain Dew and water. I would press render on a system and then let it crash. I would let it render and I would pass out for like 20 minutes and then wake up while it was rendering just so I could get this project done.
Wow, good old days. I remember sleeping in the computer studio waiting on something to render.
Yep. And then security going, "You're not allowed to be here." And I'm like, check your logs. Like, I am the manager. Yeah, right? If you mess up a drawing, that's what a light table's for.
You can say check your logs to the security officer certain times, but I'm just going to say this. I don't think that Matthew, Dave, or myself could have spoke to the security officer like that.
I think Varian is trying to say that I had white privilege. I mean, I'll tell you right now, the biggest problem I had was I was wearing jeans and hoodies in at the 700 Club's special private little school there because it was cheaper than Art Institute.
Now, does he have a paintbrush, your character, Josh?
It is. It's going to be all cosmic-y in a second, but I got to put the background coloring in first.
Okay. And
then I'll happily zoom out for you.
We're going to make sure we send Matthew a new modem. I swear to God.
That'll be next week. Everyone gets it's the draw off of the season, a top of the line modem, brought to you by Best Buy Curbside Pickup.
That was
because Varian ain't going.
No, I'm not going out there. That and I dislike Comcast, but what can I do?
I don't think any of us like the cast.
AT&T fiber, yeah.
There's Emily with that cross hatching she does. It makes me so jealous. I meant to watch her do it so I can figure out her secret.
That's secretly all he's on here. He just wants to see all of our processes and our production times. Yeah. So if he's ever on a deadline, he can just go and say, "Hey, can these guys do it instead? They're cheaper." Take his artist cut.
Yeah, I'm just gonna. I'll toss you guys some jobs. I'm nice like that. I got Erica a nice page.
Just do me a favor, leave the signature off.
You know what? I once let a relative see some artwork, and they said, "Can I see this art? I want to show it to somebody at work." And I'm like, "Yeah, sure, man. Here, take it." And then they brought my art back to me with my name erased off. And I'm like, "You son of a bitch!"
Probably trying to get some digits, man. Come on, coffee break.
Look, I drew you. Hey, look, if it doesn't work for me, it's not gonna work for them.
It's worked. That's fine. I just don't think you're doing it right.
Yeah. I hear Baby Brown.
Yeah, man, stop.
They want to play the arcade machine.
They just been going at each other.
Eric is applying inks. Now, what do you guys have any fond Spawn memories?
I got Spring issue 1. That was about it.
Dave says HBO.
HBO.
Yeah, that was a really good cartoon. That was like
man.
There's nothing like that at all.
It was weird because after watching the cartoon, no one wanted to touch the movie.
Well, the movie was...
You know why that movie was. You know exactly why.
That movie was kind of rough.
Kind of rough.
Yeah.
Man.
Well, the unrated DVD is a little bit better. But, by the time it gets around to unrated DVD, it's too late. Okay. Everyone wants to say I kept it in here because a gentleman wrote in on the radio and he said his favorite book was this one here last week. I don't know if you guys all seen this. Ben's favorite book. And I'm having a hard time learning how to pronounce it.
Shat.
Right? That's what I thought. I was told I was
I mean,
wrong.
if it's German,
Yeah,
at least. The Germans, they are coming. They want to take a shot with you. Enjoy the Pulp Fiction reversed and flipped in homage. Because it's homage, it's acceptable to be drawing after someone else for some reason.
Now, Josh is cheating by adding color.
I am not. I was assuming that we had an hour and a half to do this.
Oh, were we not supposed to add color?
No, you can. I
was under the assumption. That color was mandatory.
Let's see what you got, Dave.
So too.
Let's see what you got. Ooh. Yeah. Very nice. Very nice. See, if it was me, I'd have Spawn's head and maybe the cape done. It'd be very.
How long have we been in? What, half hour, 20 minutes?
Hour 5 minutes.
Okay, well, 40 minutes ish. We're actually working. It's not bad.
Very nice. Everyone's art is coming along quite nicely. Let's see here.
It's my own fault. I should have just used Clayman instead of Kicks. He's way easier to draw. He's basically chalk zone.
Marv wants to know, can you talk about your first comic and how was the experience? After 10 years of illustration, I decided to make one. Who wants to go first? Talk about the first comic.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. Eric.
Yeah, I'm good. I'll talk.
Mm-hmm.
I broke into indie comics in 2005 with Melody Comics, which was a black and white anthology that I did. Cartoon characters mostly, a lot of satire, and yeah, it was an experience. I basically learned everything as I went, and printed 1,500 issues, and took it around, Chicago Comic Con and Motor City Comic Con here locally, and tried to make a go of it, and it was definitely a learning curve, learning procedure. I remember doing San Diego in 06 and lost a crap ton of money trying to do that. And I kept it up for a little while and got 3 issues done, and tried to do a relaunch of my zombie story after that, and then went into teaching.
Sorry. I'm not laughing about the going to teach for obvious reasons. Is what I should be, for some people at least.
Yeah. And now the teaching was not everyone that teaches, I'm always a little jealous because only thing I got to do is teach a class at Career Day. Maybe I should be a teacher.
No.
Trust me with the youth of America. Dave, how about your first comic?
Working on the Browns family comic. It was something I just wanted to do. I was working on other people, other local artists, comics, and I said I want to do my own thing, and I couldn't figure out what to come up with, so I decided to do my own based off my family's. So I started with what I know, and I got the comic done, and then I started, hitting the little cons pretty much, and I started going. Then pretty much Wizard World started being my my main, shows that I was really hitting to.
Yeah.
I mean, I will say this: a lot of people talk shit about, pardon my language, talk crap about Wizard World. But I'll tell you, when you're first starting out, or you just need a consistent, flow of income from a set fan base, they were there. And when they first started out, that was something that they provided for a great amount of people. I can't stress that enough.
Yeah, I agree. Emily.
Mm-hmm.
First comic.
My first comic. I have it up on this my iPad. That's the cover. Oops. So it was 8 pages, no words. Kind of experimental. Like all of my comics have been like one shots, not like a continuing series. Yeah, it was a learning process for sure. I think doing anything for the first time is a learning process. If you're interested in doing shows, my advice would be to, along with your comic, have other things you can sell, like prints and art.
Truth.
To help with pay for the booth and the comic, and maybe make some extra, especially your first time.
And Josh, how about your first comic?
My first comic was a paid gig. It was one of those weird things where while I was in school, I was trying to figure out my voice. I had just gotten back into comic books thanks to some fellow students and got to go to a Comic-Con. Long story short, a friend of mine said, hey, we're doing a contest with our hotel's restaurant chain, and can you go ahead and do something for us? And that was definitely a learning curve in itself, because I got to learn, hey, I need to do some reference, and I need to figure out who the heck I'm drawing. And actually, I had to write the whole thing, lay it out, do all the text, and that was just an insane amount of work. But after that, I pretty much for a very long time just worked for people. It was one of those things where it's like, look, hire me to do something, I'll do it, I'll knock it out, get it over with, and we can all just move on with our lives. And sometimes it was for fun with webcomic friends, but that all kind of started out in the East Coast area. It's when I started meeting everybody as far as doing cons and things were concerned as well. And then I took a couple years off.
Now, let me see here. Marv says, nice work, Dave, on your piece. Jason says, I draw traditional, so doing something like this in full color would be hard. He also says, keep drawing, my friend. Love to see what you finish with. Jason also says, I'm digging Emily's piece. And,
Thank you.
Ernest McClendon says, this looks fun to do. And Jason says, maybe we can do it together next time. Yeah. And you guys, if you're all interested in coming on the show at any point to do your art, just shoot me a message over at Indie Vault on the Facebook in the messages. Let me know, hey, I want to try Art of War. We're going to try to do this every Friday, if not every other Friday. But we'll try. As long as we have prizes to give. Eric, look, he's
There's
finishing
some ASMR for you.
He's doing that spawn. Are you guys, anybody buying the figure?
Nah.
Wow. Am I the only one who's like a Todd Mark? I'm getting that figure.
It comes down to pieces. I wouldn't say pieces. I'd say it comes down mostly to space. I was like, I just don't got the space for it.
There was a gentleman who wrote in last night. He was very upset. He felt that yesterday morning, actually, on the Indie Vote Breakfast Buzz, he was very upset. He says that Todd has no place on the Kickstarter. He's a millionaire. Why is he selling? Why is he selling toys to our audience and taking money?
That's actually a very interesting paradox. So I would argue, if you've watched Todd McFarlane's toy lines over the years, is that some have been extraordinarily successful and other ones have just plummeted and tanked miserably. For example, in this case, I'm going to use his non-OC created one, his Grim Fairy Tale line. Now, if you're not familiar with this, the Grim Fairy Tale line was where Todd McFarlane basically said, hey, we can do sexy cheap statues out of plastic, and we can sell them for like $30 and $40 and $20, which was the extreme, because at that point the market was very, high end from my observations. That one did okay. It said a lot of things. That was probably, I want to say, early 2000s, maybe late 90s. But then he came out with this series right before it, and as he continued on, which were the Mcfarlane Dragons. And those, oh my goodness, those are just gorgeous. Now, I may not agree with certain designs that they chose, as far as like for certain characters, as far like, okay, this is a water elemental dragon or things like that. But like, oh my goodness, so they were just stunning to look at. And the fact that they were being 3D rendered and produced with 3D models, as well as sculpts, It was just truly gorgeous to look at least from my perspective. And, especially back then as a budding fan. So when you're looking at something like Kickstarter and things like that, is some of those products just sat there on shelves. You can go to Comic-Cons now and still find some of these that these people are trying, who were the toy buyers, as I lovingly label them, because something else would be inappropriate. They're still trying to unload those things, because they bought like 20 or 30 of, the Blood Queen, where it's just a bunch of bodies in a bathtub, and it's the torso up. It's like, it's a great figure, but especially for its time, but I would not want that in my house.
I want to tell everybody that Matthew's his connection finally crapped out on him, so he will not be joining us, which increases your chances of winning now. He is not throwing the support behind any artist, though. I was gonna see if he's gonna.
I'm confused. When did we get political?
Yeah, like I'm gonna throw my support behind now. But,
hard pass.
No, we're not doing that. But yeah, he will be back on the show at a later date. Well, as soon as we can figure out what's going on with his internet, we're gonna have to send him a modem. I mean, it could be that Dave uses bought electricity in the entire area. He's got the arcade machines all plugged up and running.
Oh yeah, it's all his fault.
Yeah, it's all Dave's fault. It's
all the white guy's fault. Blame him.
Yeah.
So Eric, you got to take the hit on this one.
Yeah, I blame Eric. Yeah. Eric's got the new computer rig. He's put up new stuff in his office. So yeah, new fiber optic internet. Someone's got to lose their standard connection, right?
Blame it on the Ritz.
That's racist.
No, it isn't. But okay.
Ritz crackers.
No, this is the Ritz. The song in itself is basically blaming the bureaucracy in a very vaudevillian format.
No,
I'm the douchey bourgeois guy who's like, I read the book. But then I can also go, you know what? Odd Thomas is a horrible book, but it's a really good movie.
Is that the one with Henry Cavill?
Is that Sulu?
It was Chekhov, and he's dead.
Yeah, it's Chekhov. Thank you. I was like, no, that's not it.
I know Henry.
As soon as I said it, I was like, no, that's not it.
I know Henry Cavill's in an Odd Thomas movie. Should I watch that?
He's in Odd Thomas? No, he's not.
Yeah, I think it was what it was called. Hold on, let me see.
He's not in Odd Thomas.
Let me see here. I didn't have the.
Let's zoom in on this because I don't need my reference anymore. Let's see what we got on this. Ooh, look at the fancy spawn. Ooh.
No, it was who is it? It's not Henry Cavill, is it?
No, that's Chekhov.
Is it okay? Chekhov. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we were trying to say.
Yeah.
Listen. You didn't listen. This is why we can't have nice things, Varian. I try to express myself as openly as possible, and sometimes I just need to say things. You need to listen and hear me, but not do anything.
I was gonna say something, but I'll keep my mouth shut. I'm gonna say, someone limits the
no, please. This will stay on YouTube for all of eternity. That is called baiting, sir. I was like,
it's just Varian. He's gay for Henry Cavill, so he replaces him in every movie.
I am. Henry Cavill is a nice looking man, man. I mean, you can't look at Henry Cavill and feel a little something in your heart, a little flutter. Yeah.
I just kind of think of him as like I feel like he's got some anger issues.
Y'all didn't feel Amber Heard had any anger issues. Apparently, she's been whooping Johnny Depp's ass. It's not funny. But, she took a poop in his bed, apparently?
Say what? Who did where?
Yeah, apparently she took a poop in the pirate man's bed.
Wow.
I'm so confused. What are we talking about?
Amber Heard. She took a poop in Johnny Depp's bed, apparently during an argument or something. I'll fix him. Yeah.
I mean, I think it's been pretty. I think it's been pretty much established at this point that her accusations were a bad idea.
I'm going to make some accusations. One is I don't know. I want to say that my mailman. Actually, I got to tell you guys the truth. I just found out that apparently a sportsman being patted on the butt is actually very frowned upon, like in sports.
Mm-hmm.
And then I thought about this. I'm like, what? Wait. Like we used to do that in school all the time. And I thought, like, my choir director used to pat us on the butt.
I think Varian is coming to terms with some very dark things.
We're going to turn into another blow-up story.
And you, ladies and gentlemen, if you thought art therapy could go one way or the other, it turns out it's very therapeutic for some others on our panel here.
That's funny.
Oh my God! I was
That's how you
sexually
praise the
molested
Lord.
by my choir teacher.
Well, I was telling my wife.
You're not making fun of the concept of molestation.
No. I told my wife and a friend of ours yesterday. I was like, "What are you talking about? My choir director used to pat us on the butt after every practice." And then it dawned on me. I said, "Oh." You know, when I thought about it, I'm like,
he's like, never mind, that never happened.
Right.
Like, I see now. So apparently, Brother Thompson, you were wrong. You were wrong. You shouldn't have been patting us on the butt.
You dirty man.
Yeah. It was a Christian academy. It was a
Sam.
I see that. Now, Emily, that's not an ink pen. That's a pencil, right? Charcoal pencil?
Yeah, I've been having a lot of casualties with it. So many. That's the ones I can find. They're old.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a pencil.
Who was that?
Yeah, that was me, sir.
Now, Emily, as I've come past your table quite a few times. Let me move this off your screen so you can see your art. I've come past your table numerous times. We sit back and we hang out and talk. And now I want to find out. Now, are you? I know we share a friend who's a big wrestling fan, but are you at all involved in? Do you like wrestling? Do you watch it?
Not regularly, but I do enjoy it when I do watch it.
Mm-hmm.
I pay attention now and then, but I'm not like a weekly person.
Yeah, so my wife got into it, and she's actually more into just Randy Orton and Roman Reigns, though.
Sorry.
That's who she's into. She's like, yeah, and then it's funny. She's weird because she's like, well, the Usos are cute. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. She's like, yeah.
I'm seeing a type.
And then like she likes Orton. She thinks Orton's attractive. She does not.
I'm not hearing anything about wrestling so far.
Well, no. Well, the reason why I was asking is because did you watch WrestleMania at all?
Are you saying that women only watch wrestling to look at the hot guys with large muscles and long hair and beards? Is that what you're saying, Varian? Is that what you're saying?
Oh, it's an artist reference, right?
And suddenly, as our own words are used against us, we begin to feel hollow.
Immediately.
No, man, no, it's all reference, I promise.
And men everywhere begin to feel powerless.
Oh, my goodness. Well played.
This is how it's supposed to work. I was like, did anybody watch WrestleMania? You guys catch it?
Yeah.
I did watch it.
I watched it with you, remember?
Yeah. You watched the first part. Well, the second part, I watched at home so I can cuss. And
what was going on that? Remind me.
A lot of tape matches, which is pretty cool. I mean,
what day was that? What day was that?
Sunday.
What was I doing Sunday?
Well,
you and I were playing Overwatch.
That's right. We were playing Overwatch and doing fun things.
Fun.
I don't know. I'm not much of a wrestling guy, I'll be thoroughly honest. My introduction to wrestling was Hulk Hogan in The Nanny, and then in Three Ninjas at Space
There
Mountain.
you go. Yep.
So I've had a very real interpretation as to what wrestling was from a very young age, from an oddly fake and cinematic perspective. So it's like that, and then after that, I think it was like Bonesaw is ready. But I have a lot of people in the community, including people on the podcast right now, who are all very adamant about it. And much like with The Walking Dead and Game of Thrones on every Sunday for Comic-Con, I will just sit there and go on my phone and play some video game while you guys get to talk about wrestling.
Marv says, Emily, that's awesome.
Thank you. Thank you.
She's that rabbit looks like he's not gonna play it. He's going in.
It's going in hard.
Ding 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 ding. Let's take
Ding 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 ding.
Shadow
Zero
says I only watch wrestling to look at the hot guys. Yeah, I mean, you know.
All right, ain't no complaints. I'm just making a joke.
It's
I mean, I totally watch Victoria's Secret fashion thing for the wing designs every year. Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, to be perfectly honest, that's the only reason, because those women are not attractive to me. But hey, side note.
I need a sandwich.
Yeah, that, or some glute exercises, but that comes down to the fashion.
Glute exercise. Let's see what you're working on, Dave. Let's see what you're working on. They go to me like, Scoot over a little bit. Nice. Everything's coming together quite nicely. Now, real quick, guys, from Indie Vote Radio, who, and obviously this person isn't watching, but they want to know who's your biggest artistic influence. Which artist? Comic book artist, I'm guessing. I don't have to be a comic book artist. Just who's your biggest artistic influence?
Anybody want to jump on that first?
Well, let's see. Non-comic book artist would probably be Alphonse Mocha.
Norman Rockwell.
Norman Rockwell? Emily?
I'm thinking about it. like there's a lot. Like, I liked a lot of animation, even growing up, like the Batman cartoon growing up, and there's a lot of animated movies and like the Ghibli movies. There's a lot.
Studio Ghibli,
yeah. And Josh, do you have a favorite?
Comic book artist or just artist in general?
Artist, anybody that's influenced you. Who's that artist that?
I would say the first two major artists that influenced me were Chris Giarrusso by proxy. I mentioned this briefly in a podcast before, but Chris Giarrusso was the guy who draw very, very simple style. If you've seen my mini style, it's very heavily influenced based on that. He proved that you didn't have to draw just Silver Age style or anything else like that to work at Marvel, that as long as you created something, you could succeed as an artist, and that helped with like style and things like that. Elsewise, I would probably say for comic books, Ben Caldwell and Andy Smith for sure. Ben Caldwell, if you're not familiar with him, in addition to comic books, he has worked on almost all of the major Star Wars storyboarding and character designs and formats. The entire Clone Wars saga is based on a style that he helped develop as far as like the 3D animated version is concerned. And then Andy Smith, he wrote a book called How to Draw Dynamic Comics, and it was the first how to draw comic book that wasn't a Christopher Hart special. It was something that was actually practical and useful. It dealt with perspective. It dealt with different people's art styles. He got a bunch of people that did commissions of his character for the book and did interviews on how they chose to draw that character. I mean, that kind of stuff was just super influential when I first started. And then nowadays, I've been studying some random people like Stefan Stapczyk, or going back and looking at some of the digital work of some of my more famous lesser known artists, but just seeing what their techniques are, especially since I've started transitioning into doing digital as well as traditional. So, but sorry, loaded answer.
And then let me see here. I'm getting some things ready here on you guys' side, so you'll be able to check it out, and you guys be able to, we'll be able to vote. I put the link in.
I was like, is everybody done?
No.
I was like, I need at least another 20 minutes.
This is garbage.
What's garbage?
I can't stand my drawing anymore. I hate it already.
Well, I don't believe that it is garbage, sir. I believe it looks good. I like it, but then again, you've questioned my artistic taste before, or is that Randy? One of you guys did. Constantly questioning my artistic taste.
You never comment on my artwork, so whatever.
I'm pretty sure I have. I was as a matter of fact,
I can go look through on a search feed and find out if there's any reactions or likes or comments from Mr.
I'm pretty sure that I zoomed past Josh.
I might have mentioned it in a podcast.
I'll tell you something.
I'm just giving you shit. You're fine.
I'll tell you a dirty secret, Josh.
Mm-hmm. He hates being online.
No, my wife is a fan of your art. So much.
Well, I know that much. Yeah.
So much so that when you pack up and break down from shows, she goes by the table.
She steals your garbage.
Yeah,
I know that. Yeah, I know that.
So
that's why I leave them.
In my house,
so they go to a good home.
Yeah, there's a bunch of Josh.
The only time that has been my bane, and I do remember that much. So I take it back. I'm, like I said, just having some fun.
Mm-hmm.
I was at Emerald City, and there was this guy who he went, yeah, man, so I just volunteer to work this schedule because I know it's going to be really low key, and at the end of it, all the artists are just going to leave everything. And I saw a man take an entire set of my display and somebody else and tear the tape from every single piece just so he could try and sell them.
Oh.
Wow.
I was just like, wow. Heavy sigh. So it's always more meaningful to me, at least, when it does actually go home to a good home. So I appreciate that.
I've seen some of mine popping up online, and it's like, I never printed that with a white border around it. Where'd you get that?
Right?
Not me.
Like, turns out the vendor I sold this to at cost decided to go and print more.
Yeah.
That's why I refuse to work with those guys. I'm just a very, very cynical man.
Could you spell the name of your character? The spawn is facing. Could you spell the name of your character the spawn is facing?
Who, me? Gix? Gix.
And then Dave.
Yes.
It is Spawn versus whom?
Dave.
How do you spell that? Little D or big D?
Big D. All
there it is. That is always the big D.
And Emily
big
has
D
Spawn
energy.
versus, what's the rabbit's name? I forgot.
Man bun. Like the hairstyle.
2 ends or 1 end?
I don't know.
Are we hyphenating man bun?
I don't know.
She hasn't decided yet, man. Give her a break.
Yeah.
All right, there we go.
2 words. First name man, last name bun.
All right.
My name is Harvey Milk. Oh wait, wrong Harvey.
I'm gonna put man bun. I'm gonna put 2 ends because it reminds me of Colin Bun. So yeah, there we go.
That sounds logical.
Yeah.
What's that? Is that a wrestling reference? I would say a sports reference, but come on.
No. We're talking about sports and sportsmen now.
I'm just gonna lose automatically because it'll just be a large wrestling fandom. Be like, nah, forget him.
We're not talking about sports and sportsmen now. Since I found out I may have been.
Is wrestling a sport? Call into Indie Volt now and discuss.
Yeah. So
I would say it's excellent. It's excellent theater. I will say that.
Let's see why Mr. Hodson hates his drawing.
Why does Harry hate his drawing so much?
Looks good to me. I think Ayers is being a perfectionist. You know, he's quite the whiner. I mean, I don't know if you guys know this.
No one likes the special.
That looks great.
He's
Oh, look awesome.
a perfectionist and a whiner, and I just.
Oh, I steer the mistakes.
And let's see here. Let's take a look at Emily's. What she got? She's adding some more depth and shading in there. I almost see little pops of color in his jacket. Is my camera or is that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
It's a
I have
little
some
red.
Yeah.
here and yeah.
And let's take a look at your whole image, sir. Still got time. You guys got about 15 minutes.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, 15 minutes.
Let's try and angle this a little better.
Okay, I'll take a look at that. Yeah. Smiles like
As I move it.
yeah.
You're
Now,
killing me, Smalls.
anybody here video game fans?
Yep.
Yeah, I've been playing this one called Dauntless for the last 2 days.
Well, I'm surprised that everybody made it here tonight because Final Fantasy VII destroyed the internet. Everybody's buying it, but Marv, by the way, Marv said Franklin Booth is one of his favorite artists. But the one thing what made me think about Spawn was that he's in Soul Calibur and now he's in Mortal Kombat. Is he one of the few characters to do that?
Is he a what?
Is he one of the few characters to do that? The crossover fighting brands. I mean, besides Raiden. I mean, Raiden's been in a couple different games, but
I mean, Ninja Turtles in the same brand storyline, at least. Injustice.
yeah,
Mortal Kombat.
yeah, it was really cool to see.
He's the first technically indie one to do it, as far as like for a major anime property.
And I remember I had to buy 3 copies of that damn game because remember I think he was only on the Xbox one or
Yeah, he was only on Xbox.
Yeah, he's on the Xbox.
Yeah, Xbox.
yeah, so they made
Because I had that one and I trounced him with a killick.
trounced him. That's
That actually brings up an interesting point. As far as when you're dealing with character designs and you're dealing with a character whose number one facet is a cape, how do you get away with creating a storyline where your character not only doesn't have a sword, which is his primary weapon of choice in any version of the comic, suddenly has an axe and has no cape? Total side note. I think that was one of those few moments where things were taking me away back then.
I guess I mean you got a point. I mean it was kind of weird to see him without a cape, seeing him without his but didn't it come out during a certain attack? Didn't it fly out?
During a couple of attacks, I think there was a sequence, but I don't recall it very vividly. Like it was one of those like here's a red flash kind of deal.
Yeah.
Like Marvel versus Capcom, whatever the new Infinity Stone one was.
Oh dear goodness.
Oh my goodness, that was a tragedy.
Yeah.
Horrible. So sad. So sad.
Yeah. I bought that game. My son keeps wanting me to buy him a version. I'm like, no, you don't want this game.
I was like, if it's on Xbox, if you got Xbox Game Pass, it's free, and it's not even worth that.
Not even worth that.
Marv, good night. It's 3:40 where Marv is at, so good morning. I'm gonna put the straw poll. Should I put the straw poll up now, guys? People can.
Shit.
Sure, I mean, it's what it is. Let me see if I can do some screen share real quick before anybody makes any judgments.
Okay. I'm gonna put the screen.
Right.
I'm gonna put the straw poll up, and you guys
Selective Clip Studio open
each drawing.
around. That's better.
Let's see here. It has a very it kind of reminds me of what's the name of that as we just talk about, it kind of reminds me of Street Fighter Alpha style in a way. The Spawn character there you got like he's been pulled from one of the Street Fighter Alpha games. Very nice.
Finish off the hands and all the fun stuff here shortly.
I'm gonna
got to do the base work first.
Very nice, very nice. And then you wanna put yours up there, Dave. Take a look at it.
I should have just been doing that in the first place this entire time. Oh well, first world problems. Nice.
Let's see here. And you guys have been on the first episode of this show. So this is I'm gonna put it on Indie Vote TV tomorrow night.
Nice.
Fun.
Everyone there can see it as well as.
Does that go up there with all of Eric's videos?
It does. It'll go up there. With all of Eric's videos that I pilfered off his site. Like I'm gonna take this one and this one and this one and this one. Eric gets on a 100-day challenge kind of quick though.
Yeah, we're gonna be doing more videos on my channel. I'm gonna be doing some unboxings, some tutorial stuff. So feel free to pilfer all that for the channel.
Oh, I was just joking about all that video that you said Varian had to edit for you.
Oh, that
No.
yeah. Well,
He still hasn't gotten to that yet.
now that now that I got my new computer, I got my new computer I'm putting together. I'll be editing.
You see, what had happened was
I got I get new computer parts. I'm really excited, not just for the ability to stream X videos a lot quicker now, but it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great.
Did you get an RTX at least?
No, not yet. That's gonna be my next thing. The straw poll is actually in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. So if you want to head over there and cast your vote, you can. I'm going to bring up everybody's pieces. You guys got like 2 minutes to finish.
Yeah, I'm not going to be finished by then. Oh well.
It's fine. It's fine. You
It's what it is. It's life. I'll have more color on this at this point. So
you guys have all done a fantastic job.
If there's enough cry for me to finish it, then I'll finish it. Otherwise, life goes on.
I'll make everybody go blow up his chat tonight. Hey, where in the hell is the British piece? He won't be able to sleep. They'll keep messaging him. Hey, Josh, you can finish that piece?
See, I use this thing called Do Not Disturb. It's amazing technology.
I tried that, but then I get like panicky because I think that like someone's gonna message me something very important. I'm gonna miss it. And then news I wake up and it's just Randy with a message. Someone did something stupid.
No. All right. Yeah, if there's enough cry to finish it, I'll finish it.
All right.
But otherwise, I'm just having fun with it.
We're going to take a look at Eric Hodson's piece. Eric Hodson's piece is there. The Dreaded Dinosaur. He's got Spawn versus Dreaded Dinosaur. I think that Spawn's got the jump on Dreaded Dinosaur.
Maybe.
I think he's got the jump on him. I mean, I see the punch like is that an elbow about to go to the groin. Spawn has a belt that catches any shots to go to his groin. I've seen it in the movie. It will not work. So that's a fantastic piece, Eric. That's real nice. I like that.
You saw that in that movie.
Yeah, saw that in that movie. Dave Brown. Let's go to yours. All right. Dave Brown.
Hold on.
Okay. Dave Brown and the Spawninator. There they go. They're engaging in what looks to be, I would say Mortal Kombat, but that's a different game. Very nice, Dave. And then Emily Zelasco with Spawn versus Man Bun. And it looks like Man Bun's man. He's got that is that what's in the bag?
I don't know yet. This is work.
Important violence. See, when you say work to us, we think he carries weed, but I get it.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I like that. And finally, Mr. Josh Lee Mann.
Well, Josh didn't quite finish his. Life goes on.
Yeah. So
go back to the screen. Go back to the screen.
There we go. There we go. There we go.
That ain't the screen.
That's not the screen?
There we go.
Oh.
You got like a 3-second delay.
Oh.
Yeah. So I was starting in on this. I got to finish in all the black shadows and everything. When I work digitally, I work a little bit in the reverse. I was trying to get this to actually allow me to at least put in the base colors, and it decided to cop a fit on me. So, c'est la vie.
So
I think what it is the age-old bucket problem where you forget to put your line work in.
Mm-hmm.
Let's try that. Let's see if that'll work.
So what he's got to do, the artistic term of this is he's got to finish Reaganing it.
I gotta close my lines.
No,
Figure out where the holes are. I gotta close my lines and make this all
There's a
work.
closed gap option on the paint bucket too. You can adjust.
Well, it's one of those things where I drew spawn on a separate layer just in case. So I just got to figure out where the crux of the matter is in this case. But anyways, like I said, if there's enough cry for it to get finished, then we'll get finished. But otherwise, hey, it just lets me know I got to take less time and just knock it out and say screw it.
Yeah.
Or go traditional next week like everybody else, all the other cool cats and kittens.
Hey there, cool
It
cat.
limits you a bit.
And now I'm going to have my beer.
So let's see here. And I.
Where's variants?
I didn't draw anything. I was sitting my butt at home. Eric,
I drew conclusions.
Yeah. I just the straw poll is in the chat. I'm gonna post it one more time so everyone.
That's pretty dope. Yeah, I didn't get a chance to do the belt. I didn't get a chance to do any of the blacks. Life goes on.
That's
my one.
Or my hands. I always wait and do the hands at the very end because I'm always like obsessive about them.
One of the things I can't draw hands very well when I'm not directly referencing opposing because I have no memory of what it feels like pulling the move.
Oh my god! I think I found it. Oh my god! I think I found it.
Well, Eric is like, do you ever like, oh my, let me look, and you're like, wait a minute, shit, I can't do that because I do it. I have a mirror at my art desk, and I look at my face, and I'm like, yeah, and I'm like, wait a minute, everyone doesn't look like me. I'm drawing a cute girl screaming. She's not gonna look like me.
Well, you use that for muscle gestures.
Oh, muscle gesture, but then I can't use it for, let me use it for this man's torso. No, that doesn't work for me. I got a bit of a bit of
everything a big ugly blob. Oh, because I am. Oh no. You know, kids, draw what you want to be.
We're going to
unrealistic expectations.
We're going to keep the chat, the votes open for till about 10:55. So if you want the chat, again, the link to go vote is in the chat there. I say that because the other people on Indie Vote Radio don't run and go vote. Or they can't even see.
We need more than 3 people vote this month.
Yeah.
There we go. That's cool. Keep it coming.
Yeah. Oh, excuse me.
Oh my god! I think I figured it out. Oh my god! I'm so happy. Finally found the hole.
That sounds horrible, Josh.
Look, man, it's been a couple years. Don't hate.
For you.
That sounds horrible.
Yeah, I decided, focus on the art.
Oh my goodness. Let's see here. All right.
Getting better. Yeah. Oh no. Bad.
So again, everyone, the artists tonight are fighting out for a $25 Amazon gift card, as well as some Aeon artboards, which will be sent to them, and they will love them, and they will draw on them, and they can probably draw
a commission.
Yeah, a commission for you on those very artboards.
Yeah.
I was like, this kind of looks more like Night Watch than Spawn at the moment because I hadn't finished the eyes yet.
Everybody listening on Indie Vault Radio, we need you to go to YouTube if you can, to Indie Vault and subscribe.
Yeah.
Hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Punch that bell, that notification bell.
Yeah, get us into profitability so we can start running some ads and make some money and have even more awesome content.
They do variants and tacos.
Yeah, that's exactly. Eric, did you switch your mic?
He did.
Yeah.
Okay, you sound a little muffled. That's why. It could be me. It could be me over here.
All right, I got one last show off, quote unquote. A little bit more defined. Still no hands, or belt, or cape.
No belt, no cape. You're just.
It happens. I'm one of those weirdos when it comes to doing capes and stuff. So I'm gonna be lazy and just pull up a previous I can draw. Let's type it out. Back it up. Back it up. Open. I'll just do it this way. Do it the old-fashioned way. It's like I can draw a spawn. I was trying to sell 3 of them earlier tonight.
So I'm gonna go over the art one more time. And we're gonna bring up oh, there we go. All right.
Here we go. Let's take a look at this. Boom.
Let's take a look. We're gonna bring up one second. Josh, Josh is cheating.
I'm not. I'm just showing off old art. Hey man, it's a mashup, man. Come on. Totally doesn't count. See, there's a sketch cover. See, that's traditional line work. That would have been done by now.
There's Eric's Dinosaur Man versus Spawn. Very nice.
Yeah,
A lot of great work on there. Great tone. Very nice, sir. Very nice. Pencils down, Mr. Dave. Didn't you get the memo from Aspen?
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
My bad.
Oh man. The white privilege comic book said stop. I'm ashamed.
And here we go. Dave Brown has Spawn versus Dave. Dave's got the 2 katanas coming out the back. He's getting ready to kill people. Getting ready to slice Spawn in half. And of course, Emily's the last goes. Spawn versus Man Bun. I want to call Man Bunny, but I like Man Bun better. And I'm pretty sure that Josh has failed. There he is. Okay. And then, so I'm going to give everybody 4 minutes to vote. Go vote, couple more minutes, and the straw poll is in the chat. Just look over the chat if you're watching on Indie Vote.
More voting.
On Facebook or on...
I am voting nuts for myself.
Yeah, you can...
because mine is not even remotely to the level of everyone else's. My burrito has grown cold. Just needed those extra 10 minutes when I was, invoicing people for commissions.
I've got a cold burrito.
Yeah, you want this burrito? This cold burrito right here?
Cold burrito.
It's cold.
Sounds like a children's rap group from Ecuador.
No.
Cold burrito.
I don't know. I feel like it would be more like the 3 chupacabras or something.
Funky cold burrito.
No.
Oh no, my burrito has a hole in it.
That's where the ice is. It's in the middle. It's still
What you
frozen.
do.
Remember?
Anyways, that's us for tonight.
What is it about microwave burritos where they're always icy in the middle, but it's too damn hot on the outside? Like they can never fix that.
I think they were just beaten wrong as children. They wouldn't be cold-hearted inside if that wasn't the case. Oh my god, this hoodie is way too big.
I had to find a hoodie because I kept dropping the temperature today. I'm gonna give everybody another 4 minutes, and then we're gonna hang it up here. We're gonna.
No, I thought we were done.
No. I'm giving everybody 4 minutes to vote.
Okay. I was like, I could have sworn we were done. I was like, bah!
Right now we have a tie, and we cannot have a tie.
Come on, somebody out there vote
Yeah.
and break the tie.
Yeah.
Is it between, I'm assuming it's Eric and Emily.
It is. Right now, Eric and Emily are leading. My God. I should have got in. I should have been a ringer. I should have got in and pulled a ringer job and just
The
got
tiebreaker.
all the votes.
Facebook. What's going on in Facebook? Why is it loading forever? What do we have here?
Hot garbage on Facebook.
People doing things. Posted, commented on my photo. Levi commented on a video I shared.
Yeah, where's Levi? He was here earlier. Has he voted?
He probably went out and, went and lived his dream.
What's his dream?
Went
Shoot, he's in
camping or
California. He
something.
goes outside, he gets arrested, right?
That's mean.
I don't know.
They arrested that guy for surfing all alone in the ocean.
I mean, it's a public area that's technically owned by the state, and if they shut it down, it's trespassing. But, you know, logic has no bearing in these things. You know,
You'll get some of these. You'll get some of this nice, and we get some of these nice cuffs I got for you.
You don't want variant stuff. They all have fuzziness on the ends of them.
and it's gone. Now to finish this one.
All right, so let me see here. I'm just watching the poll.
Delicious.
Ooh, I swear he sounds like a dinosaur. You should do your dinosaur's voice, Eric. You don't need to get voices. You got.
Yeah, y'all. I wouldn't do my voice for Dinosaur Man. Are you kidding?
Hello, I'm the dreaded Dinosaur Man.
I got the voice of an elderly woman from Hollywood, California, that's been smoking for 30 years.
There was a connection issue with the larynx. It didn't quite transition.
I sound like I need one of these.
You don't understand. Okay.
It's
If we go to that mode, Eric, we're just going to need a whole different sound system.
you guys are horrible.
It's just a mic jack in your neck.
Yeah.
Oh.
So is that a desk you're at? So your desk is your TV is in front of a desk, Dave. That what's going on there?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, no, I need to get up on my TV.
That's smart because
See, my secondary monitor
doesn't have to
is
leave anymore.
He doesn't have to leave. Yeah.
But that must mean his chair is also a toilet.
It's your chair.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, that means we can't game because like
Glorious.
yeah. It's not. Does your TV double for your computer monitor too, or?
Yeah, I can. Yeah.
Okay. I tried that once. I tried that because we had a large television, and I put it up on I put it on my desk, and that wasn't the wisest decision. It was let's put it this way: you can't have a 50-inch TV on your desk and think, "Oh, this is a monitor." No, it doesn't work that well. I mean, you're looking up and around, and it was pixelated and grainy. All right, so let's take a look here at the votes.
And the winner is not me. Woohoo!
And the winner is, let's see here. Let's see, hold on one second. People are asking. Let's see here. Give me 1 second, guys, and we'll get this underway.
Where's all our usual suspects that are in the chat? It's not like they got something to do tonight.
They think that they're probably spending time with their wives.
It's Good Friday, sir. Maybe they're giving up Indie Vault for Lent. Yes, I'm aware that they're not in the same time. I'm having some fun. Let me be the Noel Fielding right now. I want to have some fun. You're not looking at the camera, so.
That's what it's. I was gonna say something smart, but that's why we have a.
It looks so much better this way.
I'm gonna put the pictures
Just
back
white
up
reflecting off the screen.
We got Emily Zelasco's picture. Gorgeous Man Bun versus Spawn. There it is. Vote for Emily.
Nice.
Emily Zelasco. It says in the straw poll. Emily Zelasco. Spawn versus Man Bun. And then we have Josh Lyman. It's got to put the
You're
C
not showing anything. Oh, it's still there. Look at that. What do you know? I don't have that on screen right now. I have Netflix. No, I'm kidding. I'm not watching Netflix. I got 14 days left.
And then Eric. Oh, there we go. Sorry about that. Eric Hodson with his piece. Spawn versus Dreaded Dinosaur Man. Pixelated right now for some reason, but it'll clear.
Yeah, with his fiber optic cable there.
I'm clear over here. I don't know
Yeah.
what's going on
You're
over there.
super pixeled.
Well, it'll looks nice. The Gordon
It still looks
That
good,
looks
man.
nice.
Good
It looks
rendering.
good. It looks great.
Way more than I would do. Way more
And
than I
then-
would do.
Oh,
then-
shoot.
Dave forgot to put his up.
Was I
He
supposed
put
to
his
put my
leg.
duck up?
He was like, I was all ready to do some GTA.
Yeah.
Right. I thought we was done.
Yeah, right? We're all in that boat. We're like, I thought you were done. So did I. I'm just going to take this time and be like, I got to draw one of my personal characters for the first time in 5 years.
Hey, that's awesome, man.
Pretty much.
That's pretty
Using
cool.
new techniques.
Nice.
So there they are. The chat's in there. You guys got a couple seconds to go vote. I'll give you to 1:03. So you got 1 minute. The link to vote straw poll is in the chat. I guess I'll put it up one more time, and then that'll be it. Thank you guys. I want to thank you all for coming to the draw tonight. I know that it was kind of short notice for some of you, and
It was fun.
yeah, I'm glad you guys had
Yeah, it
fun.
was fun.
And I didn't
See if I got any more commissions.
and we'll get some of you back, except for the winner. The winner is laid off from coming for a month. So see, even if you win, you get laid off. I'm sorry.
What is this, a real life stimulation? Come on.
That's right. You did a good job for us, but you're laid off.
Yay, people got their art.
You've been furloughed.
Yeah, you've been
Definitely.
furloughed. You've been furloughed. All right, guys. Thank you. Let's go for the winner, and the winner is
Not.
the winner is
Go Fielding.
Emily Zelasco was.
Woohoo! Give it up for the bunny.
Nice.
Yeah.
All that look at that, all that composition and all that.
Emily
Yeah, look at that.
Zelasco. Emily, you do
Oh, yeah.
realize.
Congratulations, you won paper.
Yeah, you won paper, and
You're the first to win the Art of War.
you do realize now that no matter what, there's a target on your back now.
A target.
There's a huge target on your back now. We're gonna say that it's not fair. I should have won.
Whose art is presumed better.
If Emily's on the show, I'm not coming on. So thank
You. It was really fun.
Yeah, it was cool.
I'm
Thank you.
honored. I'm honored to have won.
Isn't this the only drawing show where the winner actually wins something?
I suppose. It's the only drawing show where you win more than just your pride.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that. That was a prize.
With the adulation of those of both your peers and yourself, congratulations, you're the winner. You've won paper and then something else that somebody muttered about Amazon.
Yep, an Amazon gift card. I'll send that all out to you, Emily. I'll get your information when we're off the air, and then I'll send it out to you. And you will have that cool stuff in your hands. Thank you for being with us. I want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. Thank you for watching the show. We will see you all back here Tuesday night at 9 p.m. for Indie Vote Live. It's not a drawing stream, it's a news stream. And then we'll see you back for Geekgasm, 9 a.m. Wednesday, and then Indie Vote Breakfast Buzz, 9 a.m. On Thursday. It's going to be a lot of fun. A very interesting week. And then we're going to try to get another Art of War in. So yeah, maybe we can get Matthew's camera to work. I'm talking to some people, other people to get in here. Jason wants to come in. So yeah, woo! Jason says, "Congratulations, Emily."
Congratulations, Emily.
Thank you.
Nice.
Yay! You are the winner! Congratulations! You did very good.
This has been the
I'm very happy for you.
on Indigo. I will see everybody back here. Stay safe, stay indoors, keep drawing, and maybe you can come on and get more votes than Josh Lyman. We'll see.
Man. I'm pretty darn sure. I don't even remember. I wasn't looking. I assume I got 0. I'm just going to assume it. I'm here for fun.
Good night,
Josh, I
everybody.
think we got the less because we did digital.
Yeah.
I think so too. I think I need to come in.
I guess.
It's not the same. You got to undo. I didn't undo a single line while I was drawing.
Josh is the man who can recount. Good night, everybody.
I don't want to recount. Do I look democratic?
Everybody.